Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Fording Faith with your gal, Alicia Ann. In today's episode, we're going over the Life Recovery 12-Step Devotional Reading Plan found in the Life Recovery Bible. Starting in Step 2, Devotional 3, we have Internal Bondage. Hey, our Bible reading plan is found in Mark chapter 5, verses 1 through 13. If you want to, go ahead and pause the video, go find that chapter, but come on back so you can read along with me. Alright, so you're in chapter 5 of Mark. Alright, we're going to go start reading verses 1 through 13 in just a moment. Now, let's just give a little bit of a backstory on what's happening. Him and his disciples had just went through a storm. They went through the storm and they're on the other side of the lake now. Here's where it gets interesting. They arrived at the other side of the lake in the region of, I'm going to butcher this name, forgive me, Gerasens. When Jesus climbed out of the boat, a man possessed by an evil spirit came out from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the burial caves and could no longer be restrained, even with a chain. Whenever he was put into chains and shackles, as often as he snapped the chains from his wrist and smashed the shackles. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Day and night he wandered among the burial caves and in the hills, howling and cutting himself with sharp stones. When Jesus was still some distance away, the man saw him, ran to meet him, and bowed low before him. With a shriek, he screamed, "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In the name of God, I beg you, don't torture me." For Jesus had already said to the spirit, "Come out of that man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus demanded, "What is your name?" And he replied, "My name is Legion, because there are many of us inside this man." Then the evil spirits begged him again and again not to send them to some distant place. Well, there happened to be a large herd of pigs feeding on the hillside nearby. "Send us into those pigs," the spirits begged. "Let us enter them." So Jesus gave them permission. The evil spirits came out of the man and entered the pigs, and the entire herd of about 2,000 pigs plunged down the steep hillside into the lake and drowned in the water. Kind of recap on what we just read. We know Jesus, he helped a man who was acting insanely. This man lived in a burial cave and could no longer be restrained, even with a chain. We know that whenever he was restrained and he had shackles and chains on, he would snap them and snap the shackles and smash the chains. We know that no one was ever strong enough to subdue him, and then we know that he, day and night, he wandered among the burial caves with sharp stones. We know all that about this demon-possessed man. Now, this could be how you are going through something in your life, that whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, grief that you don't want to deal with, whatever, the loss of a loved one, a divorce, a separation, whatever is happening, this could be how you're feeling, just like this demon-possessed man. Well, we know that Jesus helped this demon-possessed man. Now, how did he help? Well, Jesus met the demon-possessed man, and then he assessed the situation, and then he dealt with the forces of darkness that were afflicting the man and able to restore him back to sanity. After that, let's read what happened. It says, after Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. But Jesus said no. Why did Jesus say no? Well, here we go. He told the demon-possessed man to go home to your family and tell them everything the Lord has done for you and how merciful he has been. Okay? And then the man, when he did that, he began to proclaim the great things that Jesus had done for him, and everyone was amazed at what he told. We may have gone so far into our addictions that we have broken all restraints. We struggle to be free from the control of society and loved ones, only to discover that our bondage doesn't come from the outside. All hope seems lost, but when there is still life, remember, there is still hope. God can touch us in our insanity and restore us to sanity. We have an amazing God and He can do the unthinkable. So just when you think a loved one can't be saved, remember God can save them. Our next reading will be found in Luke chapter 8. And until next time, may you have a blessed day. May peace be with you. May you have a blessed day. Bye.